63 days, just 63 days until Election Day. President Biden is stepping up his ground game to help his party in November. On Friday, he'll be in Ohio to promote his plan to boost chip manufacturing in America. Congressman Tim Ryan, who's running for Senate, says he'll be there. It'll be the president's latest visit to a battleground state. He was in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania just yesterday. The Senate race in the Keystone State, my home state, turning out to be contentious. It pits Dr. Mehmet Oz on the Republican side against Democrat John Fetterman, the state's lieutenant governor. Polls show Dr. Oz is trailing. Fetterman suffered a stroke in May and has limited his public campaign events ever since then. Today, Dr. Oz held a news conference slamming Fetterman for not accepting an invitation to debate him tonight.
Today, we've got a clear decision. John Fetterman is either healthy and he's dodging the debates because he does not want to answer for his radical left positions, or he's too sick to participate in the debate.
Now, Dr. Oz also made a remark that's getting some attention from both sides of the political spectrum. He said if he was in the Senate in 2020, he would have voted to certify Joe Biden's election.
I would not have objected to it. By the time the delegates and those reports were sent to the U.S. Senate, our job was to approve it, which is what I would have done.
Now, remember, former President Trump endorsed Dr. Oz earlier this year. He's not going to like hearing that from Dr. Oz. He's one of several Trump-backed candidates who are running for Senate. Several political forecasters say control of the chamber is now a toss-up. CNBC's senior congressional correspondent Elon Moy now. Elon, how are the parties trying to capitalize in this final stretch before the election?
Well, Eamon, for Democrats, the economy is shifting from a headwind to a tailwind as big businesses announce major investments in key swing states. There's President Biden's visit to Ohio on Friday, as you mentioned, for that groundbreaking of Intel's $20 billion semiconductor fab. Then he's heading to Michigan next week to talk about the demand for electric vehicles. Now, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen will also be hitting the road. She's going to Michigan, too, and then later this month, she'll head to North Carolina, where the administration has been touting Toyota's new $2.5 billion EV battery plant. In Arizona, Democrat Mark Kelly is fighting to hold on to his Senate seat, and he was front and center at an announcement of a new fiber optic plant there that'll allow AT&T to expand internet service. Well, Democrats are framing these investments as the fruits of their legislative victories, like the CHIPS and Science Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, and the infrastructure law that passed a year ago. Now, the reality is that Republicans were critical to getting some of those deals passed. But in Washington today, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer was happy for his party to take the credit.
For anyone who thought Washington was broken and couldn't do big things, this Democratic majority has shown that real change is possible. And the results speak for themselves.
Of course, Republicans counter that inflation is still too high and Democrats' policies are hurting middle-class families.
Americans may want their leaders to cut inflation, fight crime and drugs, and secure the border, but Democrats just spent hundreds of billions of dollars of the people's money doing precisely none of that.
Eamon, even if Republicans fall short in the Senate this November, the GOP is still projected to retake the House.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.